Hello, and welcome aboard WhalePod to another episode of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I'm your Commander Whale, and in today our Commander Shepard will be landing on the surface of the frozen ice world of Noveria to begin chasing down Matriarch Benezia, party member Liara's mother. Now, let's get onto the surface. And not in today's episode. Thought I'd just clarify that a little bit.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Joker's great for obvious reasons. We were looking up towards the ceiling of the CIC. I've never really looked too much upwards, but they do put a lot of detail in up there as well. Mass Effect does have some gorgeous environments for the era it was created in, and Legendary Edition has brought those environments somewhat up to speed with modern graphical standards. You can always give a little chat with Joker up here in the cockpit. With his disease, he doesn't really move too far unless he absolutely has to, because, as he stated, his bones are very hollow, very brittle, and moving can be it can be a very eventful ordeal for him if he makes a single wrong step, crack, crunch, snapping bones. We're gonna be bringing with us on this mission, the daughter herself. And we need some tech in the party, and we need a little extra punch. So we're gonna bring Garrus.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Yeah.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore.
Liara has a rather
Exfil
interesting, assault rifle on her back. There, she actually has a Geth pulse rifle. Geth pulse rifles have ridiculously high base stats, but compensate for that with not being customizable. They have no mod slots. We're gonna. Oh, Liara hasn't been in the party in a while, but we're mainly gonna. For now, we're gonna. R1 is toggle helmet. L2 goes to me, toggle helmet. Garrus also hasn't been in the party for a while. I believe that's also why I wasn't taking these on my last few these two on my last few side quest excursions, because, well, they were going to be brought along for Noveria. And Garrus is going to put his last three into assault rifles there. Liara, your barrier skills are lacking, girl. Get into the Master Barrier Club. One fun fan theory I've learned about the Asari is that there's a couple tidbits that we'll talk about later in the series when we get to them. I believe they're in Mass Effect 2, about how apparently the Asari look different no matter, well, depending on the race who is actually looking at the Asari, hinting that the Asari might have some ability to change their appearance to suit the preferences of the species they're interacting with, making them slightly more insidious and parasitic than at first glance. We're just gonna keep getting that lift duration longer. One more level up and we'll have a wider radius on where things are being lifted and a decreased recharge time. We are in a atmosphere controlled environment, so let's let our Commander Shepard's gorgeous red hair flow free.
That's far enough.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am. We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Citadel authority supersedes yours.
Stand down. Their house, their rules.
If you think this is best, Commander.
Captain Matsuo, stand down. We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Oh, I don't know how much behaving we're gonna do here. Corporates like we find here on Noveria don't typically care for government interference. Heck, that's why these corporates founded Noveria, to get away from all the government interference. And what other place to get away from government interference than on a world so inhospitable no one wants to go there?
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An Asari matriarch passed through a few days ago, Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my...
No, we don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're a part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Yeah, I don't know why some of these dialogue lines keep cutting out. I think that might have something to do with the Legendary Edition remaster, adding in a few extra bugs that weren't there before. I don't remember those lines glitching out playing the 2007 release.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
Oh, and don't you think Garrus looks pretty in pink there? That's the same line of armor as what Ashley came equipped in when we found her back on Eden Prime. But that is, of course, a Turian armor model. Merchant Opold, do you have extra contracts for us?
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is.
This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port.
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
I'd be stupid to do this without knowing that I'm not equipping my own enemies.
Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. You understand this one's urgency. That other grows restless from the delay.
I'm supposed to uphold the law, not break it.
This one understands. The offer shall remain open. It truly needs the help.
Could I buy something now?
Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Okay, we'll check out his standard items first. Unique item, Metagel Upgrade 3. This will let us carry a total of 8 Metagel. Rosenkopf Materials, license for the Normandy Quartermaster, and Grenade Upgrade 2 increases the number of grenades we can carry by 1. I don't know if we've seen Grenade Upgrade 1 before or not. Maybe it was somewhere on the Citadel, maybe it's somewhere on Pharos. Or maybe we have seen it already. We'll be back to check out his other stuff later, and I might also reconsider his job. I think there might be a way that you can take the job and then turn him in. If that's the case, maybe we'll pick that one off. We'll pick that one up and do things a little bit later.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
Well, aren't you just friendly? I'll keep poking around a little bit here in Novaria before heading over to the, well, not Novaria, Port Hanshan specifically on Novaria before heading over to the director's office, administrator's office, whatever his title was. We're gonna stay on the ground level for now, though. I'm sure he's just as friendly as his counterpart over on the other end. For some reason, when we were in that confrontation at the docks, I thought we were going to have to hand over our weapons and then find some clever way to sneak them out of security on board the Mako. Or maybe it's just we have to sneak our Mako into Novaria in the first place.
Spectre, right?
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for my Eco's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Analeus, and a matriarch came through.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
What was that about Synthetic Insights?
Scuttlebutt says Laura Keene was on the take. So Analeus shut down SI's offices, quiet-like, so no off-world lawyers come in on it.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can get one from Analeus or the managers, if you can polish enough gizzard.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
We're gonna go through the official channels and do things Analeus's way.
Access to the garage is restricted.
Fine. I was just passing by.
And that's where the garage is. So now we know why he is specifically giving us conversation prompts related to the garage over there. Synthetic Insights is through there. The fact that it's currently redded out suggests that we might have something to do there later. Analeus' office, I do believe, is just over on the other side over here. Once again, I don't remember if he's... what is the specific title they gave me up at the, I guess, front security checkpoint. Of course, the sensors went off when we were carrying our weapons through it. Anything around here that can be interfaced with? Nope. Always scan the rooms for computer terminals that are either codex entries or otherwise.
How can I help you?
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
I hear there was an accident on Peak 15.
We're aware of the rumors. At the moment, contact with the facility is down due to weather. All employees should review their non-disclosure agreements and avoid irresponsible free talk.
What kind of weather cuts modern communications?
A blizzard is sweeping the Scotty Mountains right now. Between the cloud cover and heavy snow, the satellite uplinks are cut.
What corporations work on Peak 15?
Binary Helix has leased the entire complex.
So, everyone shut up and keep your heads down?
Loose lips sink third quarter profits. You have a more blunt way of speaking than is common here, Commander.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
I'd like to speak to Analeas.
One moment, please. Mr. Analeas?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Lots of shady stuff going on here, it would seem. Binary Helix, running the lab where we're going to, working in genetics. Wonder what that could be all about. Rather interesting rock you have in the corner there, Analeas. Is that some sort of a rare meteorite?
You will excuse me if I don't... I have no time to entertain spaceborne vagabonds.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the executive board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Oh, we don't have to take it on. We can just rat him out right here. We're gonna rat him out.
Opold wants me to smuggle a package through security.
I need more than your word to act on that. Bring me whatever he's smuggling, and I'll act accordingly.
I'll look into it and get back to you.
I appreciate your report.
Now we're gonna investigate the deeper stuff here.
Why is Synthetic Insights closed?
I have placed Laura Keene, the manager of the Hanshan office, under internal review. I cannot comment further at this time.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor.
Excuse me, his what?
Executor. Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Benezia is authorized to act in his name. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Scotty Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Forget him, Commander. If he won't help us, I'm sure someone else here will.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Do you do business with Saren?
I believe I explained this already, did I not? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
Is there some problem on Peak 15?
An area of severe weather has cut off contact. Things will return to normal in a few days.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Yes, that's typical Solarian behavior. Solarians only live about 4 Earth decades, so they tend to be a bit, well...
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan.
Well, we can get a pass from Ananias if we turn in the Hanar.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Notice that those were the same investigation questions from before. So, let's head onward, and, our journal is saying we have... Lord Keen could get us a garage pass. Matriarch Benezia requires... that's just the main baseline go to Novaria missions. That, of course, requires the garage pass as well. But, wait for it. Big, stupid jellyfish.
Has the other reconsidered this one's plea for aid?
Tell me about the job again.
This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Ananias. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
I'm just browsing right now.
This one awaits your return.
So, we can go and grab the package for the big, stupid jellyfish. Remember that for later in the series. Specifically, Mass Effect 3 will have a real big, stupid jellyfish. And yes, the Hanar are jellyfish-based. It's amazing that they were ever able to achieve spaceflight, but that might just be from a bit of a human bias, as they do not have the same styles of, well, manual dexterity, among other things, that we do. But hey, they could have their own other workarounds. There's another aquatic-based species that is met in Mass Effect 3 that has a pretty ingenious workaround for overcoming their whole no opposable thumbs, let alone any hands. Opold's package. That will give us an update to return the package. We're gonna do his dirty work for him. The security alarms knew not to bother going off for us this time. If that's even what that was. Yeah, that armor looks a little bit ridiculous on Garrus. That's part of why it's so great on him. Take this serious, edgy Turian boy and knock him down a couple pegs by making him wear pink. Now, I do still want to show off the other paths, so I think we're going to bring him the weapon after we've done Lorik Keen. And I do believe in order to get to the bar or lounge or wherever they said he was hanging out at, you have to go up to this elevator we ignored earlier. Oh yeah, this is definitely Mass Effect bar music, or nightclub music. Another Turian here. I'll talk to you later. You're not part of this whole getting the pass deal. Lorik Keen, my good friend.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for?
Are you Lorik Keen? I heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analeus cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion? Violence against Mr. Analeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Han Shan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
I'll focus on trying to get your evidence. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
Now, I know both of these are probably going to give me a little bit of renegade point progression here, but I kind of want to screw them over now. Yeah, we'll definitely be chatting up the people in here, particularly the named ones between episodes. But now, we've got the offices of an evil corporation to search. And suddenly we're far enough away from the bar that the bar music cuts out all dramatically and suddenly like that. Not necessarily dramatically, just all of a sudden. That is just a dead end. It's hard to tell if it's a dead end or some place that we need an access key to get into. There's the way to the garages. You know what? Let's pull up our trusty map here. There's the garage. I guess it is on the way to the garages. Liara's lost. Ah, this door is now green for us.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
Lorik Keene gave me a pass in.
Keene? Are you working for him? He's under investigation.
Ananias is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Ananias has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Alright, sorry for being a little quiet there. Forgot to turn my mic on in the middle of that firefight. We download the evidence from Lorik's computer. The first hint that this was indeed his office was, to me at least, that chair that had been toppled over.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
You have me at a disadvantage, Miss...
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm Sergeant Kyra Sterling, Ilanis Risk Control Services. Ananias would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
Your men are dirty, Sergeant. You're here off-duty, breaking the law for bribe money.
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
Well, I can rip you to pieces.
Okay, Couple more down here on the ground floor. Let's get down there quick. There they go. That takes care of that. Sometimes doing things the renegade way is the more fun way.
It's probably Ananias' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time.
Yeah, you'll get my time later.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Novaria Internal.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
Ananias is dirty. It might be best to help her.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
All right. I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Right. So she was in on it the whole time.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look at?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Ananias.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Ananias' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board is investigating Ananias. They'll be more angry at him than at you.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
So we got to play the Wild West cowboy, taking out the trash with our own hands, and got the Paragon points. We are in the Wild West of the Milky Way galaxy right now. The Attican Traverse and Skillian Verge, where Mass Effect 1 takes place, is seen as the lawless, unsettled frontier. And in frontier times, rough justice is more common than you might think. Once again, do not do any of this on your own. And we are not in the Old West. And even if we were in the Old West, there are better ways to settle things. So, settle things through legal channels, vote with your wallet if there's a corporation you do not agree with. Don't go settling things the way my Commander Shepard did in there. I wonder if we can turn in the big stupid jellyfish to her once Ananias is gone as well.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
So, how about getting me into the garage?
While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
We'll take her up on that offer. Now, nothing left to do except call things an episode here. Thank you all for watching. I've been your Commander Whale. If you did like this video, make sure to smack those like and subscribe buttons. And do feel free, as always, to leave comments down in the comment section below. With that said and done, I hope you all are having fantastic days, Whale Pod. Remember to stay cool, stay classy, and most importantly, stay healthy. But until next time, this is Captain Whale, signing off.